eating this shit right now anyway, so we're gonna just let it rock for a minute. See how many people show up. It's prime time now. Motherfuckers eating right now.
Oh
Motherfuckers
yeah,
eating good.
they eating, but they still like to listen to Bulldog talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, that macaroni you made was looking good. Did you see Rams? His a lady made.
Oh yeah. Ram showed me that. Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he had that was a beautiful. Had the nice little gold on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, mine, the one I sent you, mine wasn't done. I just, when you sent me yours, I took it out the oven to show it to you real quick. But
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I showed my lady. I said
Mm-hmm.
I said my dude stunting on me. He made it clap. Hey, he made the macaroni clap.
Yes, indeed.
Stirred it up. Everybody clack clack. I said,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
yeah. I had
Hey, y'all. Yeah, go ahead. You said,
uh I had tried a little few different type of cheeses in this one right here. And I had got some. It was some. I think it was some mozzarella cheese,
uh-huh.
and I played around up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because generally with mine, I'll try to have like a really nice quality cheeses, but I got some mozzarella and um I'll tell you my little one of my little pieces of secret, give it a little zang to it. Man, I zap a little couple squirts of some damn mustard up in there, so to give a little like a nice little. You can't taste it, you won't know what it is, but man, pimping.
Yeah, see, I know what you're talking about, but I know cheeses that do that.
Yeah, no, there's cheeses that do that. Yeah, that's what I just basically emulate. See, you're up there by the cheese, and obviously it sounds like you're a cheese connoisseur. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So they, cheese is some real. You get really into cheese, man. You can get real, real down to it and shit. They got a one cheese. What's that one that the white folks be eating with the goddamn is living? They call it live with the damn maggots and shit up in there.
Ugh. Ah,
The
I need,
Caucasian.
I need to talk about, what's the name of the damn cheese? Me and my wife just talking about that shit
Yeah,
yesterday.
them reptiles, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can't eat that shit, man.
Oh hell no. You know them reptilians, man.
Let me scroll up and say what's up to the people in
Yeah.
here. What's up, Jeff, the producer? I see you in the building. What's up, Michelle's daughter? Salute, sister. Got bank statement bully. Salute. Hardy Dogs, Pennsylvania. What's happening? Now I'm questioning the building. Robert Hunter, Vernon Stones, the model of the plant-based pugilist. What's happening? Got my brother in here, Bert from Marketing. Salute. Super chat. Appreciate that, fam. He said, peace, General, and Ramsey's peace to the panel. Yeah, salute. Yeah, Ram ain't making it in here yet. Ram eating good. That's what Ram doing. He'll be in here in a second. Well, yeah, we're gonna just chop up. We know it's Thanksgiving. We know y'all got shit to do. So we're gonna chop it a few topics, bust these down, and you know, we're gonna get to it. Everybody get to their day. You know what I mean? What's up, Frank? Troy. It's Scotch 23. D McGee. What's happening, family? Clifton. What's happening? Young World. Keith Young. Quincy. Salute, man. Much love to everybody that's up in here, man. Buck City. Where you at, Buck? You in there, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm up in here.
What's going down with it, man?
Oh nothing, man. Just enjoying these festivities. You know.
Right.
Everybody know the. I mean, the real meanings and everything, and unfortunately unravel for many of us. But just that time to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then just enjoy it with family and whatnot.
Right. For sure. That's what you gotta do, man. Just enjoy your time with your family, man. That's what this shit all about right now. But yeah, man. Let's hit a couple of these topics, man. First topic, Buck. You want to talk about this was consistency, man, and breeding and shit. Consistency in the dogs. You know, what's your what's the best way to go about that? Getting that consistency from the dog.
Uh, you know, uh, basically focusing on you know either a particular dog or a particular group of dogs and getting to know their breeding capabilities, production capabilities, and some of the things that they throw, kind of melting it down to kind of what you want your bloodline to be, sort of. You might get, I might get a couple Kobe dogs, couple Bolio dogs or something, you know what I'm saying? And it might be all over the place, but once I select, the ones that I'm going to use moving forward, and I start taking them and doing other things and, creating better dogs with them, if I mainly focus on that group, or let's say one of them turned out to be a really good specimen, um, if I bred off of him a lot or down the line, and there was a lot of consistent traits, as far as looks and different things, you get solid litters, you know those type of litters where damn near every puppy look identical.
Right.
You start to see those different things. You know your dogs. You know your dogs from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shout out to Thompson Kendall in the building. What's up, brother?
Happy Thanksgiving, yo.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out to the
too.
panel.
Yeah, you too, brother.
You too, boss.
Hey,
What up, Thompson?
What's going on, bro?
let's go with let's go with you, Ma. What would you say about that consistency, man? How to go about consistency in breeding, in your breeding program?
Can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Well, consistency, I look at it like just talking to a breed, like a lot of breeders, and that was mainly where I got my dogs from. People who have bred for a long time, and it is a question that I ask, specifically Bert Soros. Where he bred off the traits of the dog, so not necessarily the looks. They kind of came after. So if he was looking for, he liked the forwardness and long-windedness of a certain line, he chose, even when he did crosses from different dogs. Let's say, for instance, if he used his bull, that Soros bulldog, and he had his Corvino stuff. Uh, they both actually had the same traits. In his mind, he felt that he was line breeding off traits. And then the consistency with that had came with it, and so, I believe, me personally, I believe that you can, if you like, when that term they say form follows function. I think if you breed for the traits of, instead of the looks of them, because I mean, all day, you could look at some dogs, and you could, you might think it's a Jeep dog, or you may think it's a Mayday dog, or it be a cross, but it's the attitude of the dog, the behavior. I think on consistent traits is, to me, I think it's the best to breed on, and I think it's obtained by, obviously the eyes, and the peg comes next though. But I say, to do that right there, to keep a good consistency, I think the eye test has to basically go over the pedigree test. So that's my little
Okay,
take on it.
for sure, for sure. What you think on that, Thompson?
What we cooking on, man? I'm a little
On
bit
the
behind.
Okay, on the consistency in the dogs, your breeding program. How do you go about making sure you got? If you find some, once you find something you like, how do you go about maintaining that and showing and have consistency and uniformity in your dogs?
Well, I'll kind of go with what Maul was saying. I'm more of a trait type of person. I like hardworking dogs. I like dogs that's eager to please. So that creates like a natural culling process within itself. So I'm only trying to lock in dogs that bring in certain traits that I like to the table, and I exclude everybody that doesn't.
Right, right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it was another question that I had. Me and Ram was talking about, chopping up on, which was um chasing. Well, no matter of fact, that was me and Maul. Which was chasing the ghost in the pedigree, chasing dead dogs. You know what I mean? Um,
Oh, when I was
trying.
saying it's possible to bring resurrect old lines. Is that you talking about that?
Right, right, right.
Okay,
Yeah,
or
go
dead
ahead, build
dogs
on
or
that, Maul.
well, it was just it was a thought. It basically come from I know that a lot of people attempt to do it, and there's a lot of cases today, and we'll say, I mean, basically, for example, there's a lot of bloodlines that are people, a lot of the when this breed actually brings new people in. Seems like every some odd years, and so I'll see some youngsters say, "When the last time you seen a good Soros dog? When the last time you seen a good Patrick dog?" And I mean not crosses or anything. You know what I'm saying? And then Kobe dogs and old family red nosed dogs. And so my question was, is it worth it, possible, and all the above to attempt to resurrect these old lines? Because for me, I feel that they do hold like the missing pieces of a puzzle, that they don't necessarily have to be used, but I think that they'll add something up in there. They don't have to be overused. For instance, the old family red nose, I know that the route they took, but using that as an example, uh, do you think they should be brought back into the fold of the other way, saying of the working way of the dogs?
Hmm.
So yeah.
I seen people. I think we talked about that before. I seen people who got some, and they real old family red nose dogs. They just been bred so long for like pretty much like under like UKC standards type of shit. Um, they've been bred so long away from gameness and just to maintain certain families and shit like that. But I've seen people mix them, um, cross them, add new blood to it, like uh, red boy jocko stuff into it, and I've seen people add the Bolio tombstone stuff into it, whatever. So, and the dog's still coming out, uh, uh, looking like red nose dogs. Of course, they just a little more. They more lively now. I've seen people. There's people doing it. I don't know what they're doing with their paperwork. They might be lying on their paperwork, but I know for a fact there's people out here mixing that shit up, trying to bring it back. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree too. I think there's plenty evidence, and then I talked to some old dog man. They'll say they use like for instance a Kobe dog or old family red nosed dog as an out, and hide it in front of a Bolio dog or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that, and I don't know how true that part is. It's always sounds like a myth, but I do believe in some myths that there's some truth up in them. And again, we're seeing them today. I know a lot of cats that make, and why I always, and I came up with the subject, or I think we're revisiting it, is because you always have a person out of the crowd that has a different view, meaning them dogs are dead dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like let them leave them in the them lions in the dog graveyard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what you think, Thompson?
I don't know, man, cause I got old heads that still run old family red blood, and they'll
Hmm.
put it with some of the newer stuff that they have now. But I guess it's like an age demographic thing when you talking to younger people and dogs. They
Hmm.
don't acknowledge it, but if you talking to some OGs and stuff, they still use the blood. And I know a lot of older cats that they're not on Peds online, they ain't on none of that social media stuff, and they have that stuff, and it's still working at a high rate. You know what I mean? So I think it's just about who's popular at the moment. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even go as far as to say them lines is dead, because like I said, I know a lot of people who got a lot of different stuff, and it's in that high working form.
Agree.
Hmm.
Agree.
What you think about that, Buck? Buck got him a plate. Buck got his plate. He like, man, he's going to get this plate real quick.
Nah. I thought I was on mute. My bad.
Oh,
So we talking about so I can be clear. Basically people trying to resurrect what's in the far back of the pedigree, or
yeah.
people what you think is it more of like people lying on that, or
Well, no. What do you think about people? What? Put it this way, Maul. Go ahead and explain to me what your question was, because I got a slightly different one. What was your question, Maul?
So, what was you saying? I had took my earphones out. You
What?
said what?
Tell
7 8.
Buck. Ask Buck. What was the question about the bloodline you were talking about?
The whole
Resurrecting the blood.
original. Oh yeah, okay. I think I might talk to you about it too one day, Buck. Talking about resurrecting old blood. Every so many
right.
years, dogs they seem to, I think I heard one of us on here was talking about the Jeep Rascal dogs. When the last time we ever seen one? But I'll even go older. When I was talking to the gentleman first, we were talking about old Kobe dogs, old Family Reds, or old Mayfield Kirshner type blood. Just stuff that is almost not necessarily outdated, but to the newer fanciers that they hear about it when they read the books and stuff. They hear about all these dogs. You say what, sir?
I was about to say, nah, it's outdated, but let me shut up.
No, I understand. This is where the conversation comes in. I want to hear that point
Yeah,
of view of it. I would like to
yeah.
hear that.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but you will find very fast that, even if it's some of the newer blood, once you get one that's good out of that bloodline, it's all about him now. You know what I'm saying? Like them other dogs, but if they was yours, that's one thing. They probably somebody else's dog on somebody's yard or whoever, and then you get a good one to represent that, and he's questionably, a really good representation of that line. You'll probably find yourself saying you got those dogs instead of the whole recipe thing. You know what I'm saying? That's that,
Mm-hmm.
that's my thing. But yeah, people can do it. People do it all the time. I think it's very possible. Of course, the culling process is huge. When it comes to doing stuff like that, and even out crosses and stuff. Period. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that you're getting what you want from both sides. I mean, if you just getting the stuff that you saw in your dog, and that's it. I mean, it might not be your best work moving forward.
Yeah. Salute to Keith Young. Kenneth Young say, ain't nothing worse than the dog that looked the part but ain't shit. Oh yeah, that's some bullshit right there.
He
That's some
ain't lying.
bullshit.
But but you know what, Buck? I think what I'm saying, kind of to I think that's how a lot of lines get lost, because somebody will go and do a cross, and everybody go look over there. Almost like it takes the eye off the prize. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I believe in pure lines, and I like crosses and everything in between. So I don't really have a preference per se. You know what I'm saying? I like all the above. But I think a lot of ways when we get all these dogs that we like, what I'm saying, that we look upon, they are crosses. So it takes us towards the way that we like on a specific dog, and it almost makes you lose the point. What's more important, the flower or the soil? You know what I'm saying? That one dog is just a flower off out of the soil. I prefer to stick to the soil and the dogs. You know what I'm saying, for a solid line, especially as I got older. So when I first started liking the dogs, sure, getting to the dogs, sure, I liked the Mayday and all that stuff. But then I was like, man, almost let me take this part about it. Let's look over here. It made me look at the Patrick dogs. It made me go look at the Jocko dogs. And it seems like other people probably obviously thought the way that I have, because other breeders tried it, the same cross, and it worked again. You got You got Yellow in them guys. You know what I'm saying? And then you got he had a a counterpart where he wasn't a counterpart, but he had a name. I forgot his name. Toro. SCP's Toro. He was a duplicate of two people going back to the blood and running it back, which means obviously that Foundation blood, the old strains, they have some in them. You know, so that's kind of my take on there.
Yeah,
True.
but a lot of people go on the assumption, like I said, that the shit's not working. Just because something's not popular at the moment, don't mean it's not working.
Right. Exactly.
No matter what, how old it is or where it came from, if you're using it for certain traits that it's still bringing. Now, if you close up to the people who got the stuff and you know the traits are still there, you know what I mean. It's no different than using any other blood, from my perspective.
Right. It's almost like a game of basketball. You know, everybody when people seen Michael Jordan play, he kind of changed the game, and he actually had people playing like that. But you have like a basic basketball player, like coaches. They be like, "Hey, man, all that jumping around and all that, man, dribbling, all that, man. Get to the basic part of the game." You know what I'm saying? That basic part of the game is called fundamentals, and it's there for a reason. And it's almost to me like them solid old long bloodlines are good. They're soil, you know what I'm saying, and to be grown flowers upon, if you look at it that way or whatever. So that's kind of my take on that, like how I perceive it a little bit.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, man. It's a lot of shit out there that's still out there. Like Thompson was saying, this motherfuckers just be, it's a lot. I had some shit I was looking at. I sent it to Ram. You know how Ram is this shit. But it's this cat who was trying to get me to check out some shit. He has some old family red nose stuff. And I sent Ram the ped. This nigga Ram was like, "Man, cuz, get that bullshit out of here, man. Man, don't do." I said, "Man, what's wrong with the dog?" I said, "What's wrong with it, man?" He said, "Man, you ain't trying to fuck with that shit, man." I said, "Man, that's some bullshit, ain't doing nothing, man." I said, "Well, man, his shit might, the dude shit who sent me his shit might not be doing nothing, but listen, I know for sure it's some good old family red nose stuff out there, you know what I mean? Might just need a little salt and pepper on it, you know what I'm saying? Might just sprinkle a little salt and pepper on it there, that shit liven right on up, you know? It's still out there. And I think that's the same with a lot of stuff, you know? A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of different strands out there. Cause I be hearing people be like, be shitting on certain strands, like people shit on like Turtle Buster stuff and stuff like that all the time. I always hear people shit on Turtle Buster stuff. Turtle Buster's dead, it's dead, it's dead. Well, man, all of it can't be dead. Everywhere in the world is dead, nigga. Like, it's dead, man, it's dead. Like, all right, well,
Well,
shit.
again, it goes whatever's popular, and the person like the Turtle Buster dogs, the people who are around them. Now, not there's I think there's a lot that goes with how a line becomes. I won't say dormant, but for lack of a better term, it's many variables. Yards, things happen with the yards. Dogs get stolen, but outside of that, I think again, it's kind of like almost like the Michael Jordan thing. Everybody looks at the most popular thing, and then that how things just change, and so everybody goes that way, and the people who are doing well with it, taking it to dog shows and stuff. They're not. It's kind of like a brawl that everybody fucked. Ain't nobody, everybody hit it, so ain't nobody checking for her no more.
Right. Let me ask y'all, or let me hit this question here from Jose. He said, "Could we breed a cross back to a pure strain, then work from there?" Yeah, hell yeah. Let me see something. Um, but yeah, man, let me ask y'all y'all breeders, when y'all have bred dogs from that perspective. What is in today's world? What is a pure strain? Is it a such thing as a pure strain, or like I mean, how many times do uh, a dog have to be in a pedigree for it to be pure? Because I don't know. Like that always throw me off when people say, like I know, like okay, you can say if we're going back to say Red Boy, okay, you say, all right, this is a pure Red Boy dog, whatever the case may be, or whatever. it's like technically it's still outs in there. So like what is considered pure from y'all perspective? What's up, Ram?
I don't.
Yo,
Ram.
Yeah, what's
what's
going on,
cooking,
Ram?
yo? Happy Turkey Day to everybody, man. You talking about that old family red nose shit, man?
Yeah,
That show shit. I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
sent me the wrong pedigree, nigga. I was like,
I mean,
that's a show dog shit, right? Like,
yeah. You want to live
cuz
it
do
up?
not do that.
Yeah. Let me go ahead, Thompson. What would you finna say about that?
I think the game is real misconstrued right now. You know what I mean? Because people say certain names and they just refer to him like they'll say Mayday, like he's a pure dog, he's a
Right.
cross. Like a lot of these dogs, they're crosses. And, people get it misconstrued. I think the only quality of a strain depends on how consistent the dogs that are coming off of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what qualifies a strain to me. It has to be something consistent or standard within that family tree of dogs that can be consistently reproduced during the breedings. That's what creates a strain. If you're not getting consistent dogs, to me, it's not a strain no matter who's in the pedigree, how many times. You know what I mean? If it's not consistent. Because if I say I'm going over here for this strain should bring wind, athleticism, durability. That's what it should bring. If it doesn't bring that, I can't qualify it as a strain. It's not consistent enough to be called that, if you get what I'm saying.
Right. Right. How y'all feel about that, Buck? Or you, Ram? You go ahead, Ram. Ram, you there?
Yeah, what was the question? I'm working on my car, man. My fucking parts finally came in. I'm trying to race, nigga, this December.
What qualifies today as a pure strain? Like somebody might say, "Well, I got pure red boy over here. I got some pure Jeep over here." What qualifies as pure? Because when you look to the pedigree, you're gonna see shit in there that it's there's outs in there. It's outs in there. So what qualifies as pure?
Yeah, it really ain't no pure left these days, bro. Everything got an out in it just so it can stay working. You can get it as heavy as you can off a dog, but let's just take Jeep. You got Jeep Red Boy, you got Jeep Red Boy Rascal, straight Jeep Rascal, Jeep to some fucking Eli shit. So it's gonna always have different outs in there, even though it could be 12 times Jeep, bred to different bitches that produces different offspring. But it's not too much pure shit out there like that.
That red boy shit's pretty pure, man.
Well, you got like the haymaker shit like that, but it got like a little outer Jocko in there too.
Shit, that Hollins.
Mm.
It's sometimes they ping pong off that outlaw.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. That Medley's outlaw dog. But that's a whole nother ball game. That's not necessarily Red Boy, so to speak. That's Red Boy half brother type shit. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's not a whole lot of just pure dogs out there like that these days that I've seen that's working.
Yeah. That's why I was just wondering because I always hear cats. I was always thinking like, what the fuck is a pure dog now? Because I always hear people say, "Oh yeah, I got some pure Jeep shit." Like how? How you got pure Jeep shit? I got pure this. I got pure that.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I say the breed as itself is pure. It's the dog you can get. Being when you look at it, let's be honest. At this point, all our dogs are coming from the same stock for the most part about it. You know what I'm saying? And we just faded off into branches. And technically, anytime when we revisit, that's all been done before. When you look at a Red Boy Jocko dog, you end up looking at the makeup of him and you see why they go hand in hand. So it's almost like you're trying to figure out a combination and unlock something. But I'll say the breed as a whole would be, and people term it that. They say this is one of the purest dogs in the world. I mean, I don't know any other dog that we even just are on our with our families triple bred. You know what I'm saying? Not many other working dogs that you can do that with. So that said, You know, I think we tend to with the strains, we tend to almost kind of set them aside. Like I see old family red nosed breeders and Kobe breeders, the Mayfield breeders. They'll you know, almost be like they're totally different type of dogs. You know what I'm saying? So again, back to what I was saying, all these dogs are obviously going back to the same dogs. When you go back, they all go, you know, a few of them are unknown, but they all go Kobe, that Cochran, old Trice stuff, and you know the Gas House dogs. You know, so I would say again, as a whole, this is the pure dog. You know what I'm saying? A form of a dog.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What you think, Buck? Did you answer that, or Thompson? Go ahead, Thompson.
Yeah, but the crosses equal the explosion. You know what I mean? No matter what you
Mm-hmm.
get, if you go to somebody and they say they got like a heavily bred Jeep dog or whatever, 9 times out of 10, the average person who's acquiring that dog ain't getting that dog to breed it to some more heavy bred Jeep shit. They're getting it to cross out. You know what I mean? And that's what happens with a lot of heavy bred dogs. People acquire them to do the crosses because a lot of the explosions and them great litters and stuff come off of the crosses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. That's always a some shit that just fuck me up when I see people advertising. You know, pure Jeep. I still got some pure red boy. Pure. We're gonna take this pure red boy into this dog over here, and you know, I'm like, okay, I don't know where you got that from. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, which is weird. So, if you took hypothetically, if you took red boy and bred him to say his daughter, that was bred to, if his daughter was bred to another strand, like say a Jeep strand, would still be a red boy Jeep dog, right?
Yeah, it'd be 3/4 red boy, a quarter
Right,
Jeep.
right. So I don't. That's why I don't get like how is that pure? I don't get the shit. You
You
know what
know,
I'm
that
saying?
pure shit be a selling point too sometime, bro. You know?
Right.
I got the pure is this, the pure is that, and that should be pure ass.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Hmm.
Shit, I got a question for the panel.
What's up?
This was a discussion I was having with a partner of mine. All right, you got a male. You raise him for 5 years. For 5 years, this motherfucker is a shit eater. You take him hunting. It never turns out good with him. You just got him. Around 5 years old, you take him out hunting. He grabs a pig, crushes his muzzle. Everybody's blown away. And that dog is consistently good from that point on.
Right.
Do you just forget about the first 5 years?
Hmm.
Hell no, if you breed them, you just call hard. You know, whoever got those traits that you don't like, the motherfuckers gotta go. But shit, I don't know. I wouldn't breed that dog, me personally. You know, I don't give a fuck how hard he crunching. You was a piece of shit. Then 9 times out of 9, you still a piece of shit. You just a fucking hard hitting piece of shit, in my opinion. But you know, people say I'm hard on dogs.
Yeah. See, me, it just depends. Like, cause see, I'm like kind of, I don't know, man. It depends on like if the dog, if it was like a pet. Let's say the dog, uh, I decided at around 2 years old, whatever, that this dog is gonna be a house dog, a pet, family pet, or whatever. I ain't even thinking about him for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Not no work. He's just a family pet. And then one day he happened to get loose, 5 years old, and and he showed me something. Okay, to me, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You motherfucker just he a late starter and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been dogs throughout history have been late. I don't know about 5 years old, but it's been some late starters. You know what I mean? They just had to get in the right situation. But you know, like I said, I'm not a breeder though, so I don't know. You know, y'all, I'm gonna listen to y'all when it comes to if you should breed that dog or not. You know what I mean?
I just wouldn't want to run the risk of fucking raising pups and waiting, 5 years per pup type shit just to see what's gonna happen. You could wait that 5 years and that motherfucker be a shit eater for the next 5 years. That's 10 years gone. That's just
Well,
why I wouldn't breed them.
I'm
I
back. Let
think
me
that's
cook.
where in. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. No, I don't even know what y'all talking about. I
So
just
go ahead, Mom.
get up in the convo.
Oh, I think where it's an interesting subject because it kind of touching on other things, but I think a lot of times with in the original situation where Thompson said you get a dog, you get raise him from a puppy, and basically take him 5 years to even have any prey drive, but when he does, he shows to be a real he's a stud. You see what I'm saying? His question was, would you breed him? Now taking account, it took 5 years, but he showed to be a stand-up bulldog.
It depends on who's he off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was about to say. A lot of times, them dogs are like that. I seen dogs like that heavy midnight cowboy that be up and down, and they'll have that sort of trait, but they be real tight bred. And herein lies where Thompson was saying on the cross thing. That's where the bang is at. So for me to answer the question, I would breed them, but I would cross it. Yeah. So me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Buck?
I mean, he wouldn't be the go-to. You gotta earn those go-to rights, but depending on who he was off or something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be some old stuff that you just want to try, or I mean,
Well, you and Maul traded phones. What y'all got going on?
oh no, I'm on the road now. Yeah, it ain't the good life like last time. It's static,
That that's how we
That
doing it,
shit
huh, Thompson?
popping. That nigga got a bowl of Rice Krispies over there next to the phone.
Damn.
But yeah, shit, I wouldn't breed that nigga. I don't care if he was off of Dr. Dre bread to fucking Jimmy Jam's daughter.
If
Fuck
it was
that.
if it was off of what's his name? Old Dog or whatever his name is, you would.
Man, you know how many dogs I called off old dog, nigga?
But
That's why I got a bunch off of them when we had them, bro. Like,
I
nope,
ain't
I don't care.
I ain't talking about when you got 20 of them. I'm talking about 10, 15 years later. This the only damn thing you got left off of this strain. You know what I'm saying? If that
That's
strain,
where the buck stops at my house, bro. I can't do it, man. I'm just like that though. Setting my ways when it comes to my standards, man. I can't do it. Gotta just be the last of the Mohicans right there. If it was up to me, I don't know. I don't like that shit, man.
my thing is this. You might get one that he might show certain amount of signs or whatever, what somebody deems to be worthy of breeding at a very young age, but that don't mean that he the truth though. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you do definitely got to pick your poison. Like what are the standards that these dogs get bred then? So what he got to turn on at 2 years old or be uh mature at 2 years old to get the green light?
See, Ram, I, Ram ain't got time for that shit. Ram, you know what I'm saying? I know where Ram coming from. He coming from a different perspective. See, Ram
Man, yeah.
he ain't finna be feeding no motherfucker for all this time unless he know you finna contribute to the household financially. ASAP Rocky, you know.
Goddamn right. Shit, it's a motherfucking long list of goddamn dogs that want to come over here. Goddamn it,
I already know what time it is,
those
man.
motherfuckers want your chain spot. Do you
Kept
want it?
5, but you said you kept 5 years. So why would you keep him 5? You should have just got rid of his ass a long time ago. If that was the
Oh
case,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that was my dog, he'd have been outro like
right?
the end of a
You
mixtape,
gonna keep
nigga.
that all this long and then just keep him? You know what I'm saying? It's like shit.
See,
Yeah, nah.
I'd have kept him though. Me, Me, I would have unless he was getting on my nerves. If he was a hard keeper and he was doing all kind of stupid ass shit, see, I can't stand that kind of stuff. But if he just a dog that just he ain't turned on and shit, like I don't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? If I like the dog, I keep him as a pet or something like that. And you know what I'm saying? And he'll I'll keep him as a pet. And then one day, if he prove himself one day and he act like he wanna go hunting or something, hey, shit, I'm glad I kept that motherfucker. I didn't seen that happen before. I done seen motherfuckers got rid of some dogs and then you know, then when them dogs turned out for somebody else, motherfuckers started redoing their paperwork, acting like, yeah, I had that dog first, and these puppies over here is off for him. Like, yeah, sure, nigga.
I had it
Yeah, I done
happen to
seen
me.
that too.
I
But
had it
still,
happen.
I ain't
I had
going.
it happen to me. That's same thing. My boys talk about that this certain particular situation, but in that scenario, I've seen dogs that thought kind of crank up a little too early and be too high strung and injure themselves or whatever, and they need a cross like that, that kind of slow them down, to balance them out for a dog like that, though. You know what I'm saying? So I think if that line, generally when a person gets the line, he gets it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the situation, if you will say you got it for a reason, you had the blood or whatever, or it's in the case what Buck was saying, it's the last of the Mohicans. So you're already gonna know how to crank it up, get it started up once you see that, because really that part of getting the dog just to start up early, that's an easy fix in some breedings. You know what I'm saying? Now that trait is gonna pop up that he has, because obviously that's him. When you're breeding a dog, obviously individual traits are going to matter. But I think that's an easy fix to get the high prey drive kicked in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, you can go put a red boy dog to anything and get some prey drive. You know what I'm saying? So again, that is why that I would keep that particular dog, because it did take him a while. You know what I'm saying? It's that slow learners, man. Sometimes, I'm a slow
And I
learner.
ain't been
I gotta.
I ain't bending on the 5 years. I'm telling you, it took a whole 5 years, and like and this is the equation again. He's been good from that point on. So it wasn't like it was a fluke thing. You took him hunting several times, and he turns out to be one of your best coon hunting, pig hunting dogs, whatever. He's one of your best from that point on. Do you use that dog as a foundational piece, knowing that?
No.
Oh, and I didn't say not a
You
foundation piece.
can breed all you want to them and let me see if that shit work out.
Well, I
But
wouldn't
I
say
ain't
a
gonna.
foundation piece, but you know, if he had a trait that I like, because if I weighed it out and put it on the scale, so to speak, his 5 years that it took him to turn on, and the things that my eyes have seen about the dog, if they weigh more than 5 years, right there, because there's a value in everything. You know what I'm saying? One's gonna weigh more or less. So if I see that this dog value is in on my eye test weighs more than 5 years, I mean it is, essentially it's a gamble anyway. But will I base my line on it? Possibly not. And when I say possibly, that's going to be dependent on the result of the breeding. But that would be going too far ahead thinking. But I'll say no to a possibly not.
I would, if he produced some good dogs, I would definitely base my yard off of him. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because at the end of the day, I had the opportunity to be around a gentleman that, it's almost like this dude had unlimited money, and it was like a damn video game. We was in our early 20s, and I'm telling you, when I tell you that this dude bred to every dog, and we seen every damn litter. He didn't sell no puppies or nothing. That's what I mean, you know. And it'll shock you, you know, that some of the dogs that we could say that were the best producers on the yards and stuff, they always didn't have all the bells and whistles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that firsthand, you know. And I mean, that's pretty much how the rise and the fall. You know, that's how it goes. Because a lot of people, you know, they get that tunnel vision and they want to breed to all those dogs with the perfect this, perfect that. And then, I mean, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something that's not clicking sooner or later, you know, when it comes to those practices, or else the best kennels will stay the best forever, you know? I mean,
Yeah, you're right about that. That's why this panel good, because you know everybody could put their input from their own personal experiences. You know, like never knew a
we ain't
motherfucker
gonna,
like that, but
this ain't
I
that
have been the
that
motherfucker to keep all my dogs when I breed them. So you know,
I want people to disagree with me, because that makes me get a second think about what I just said. You know, you disagree, I might think about it again. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason why I love the panel. You know,
Yes, indeed.
I get to
Bert,
bring
what's up, Bert? Bert say, what's the desired traits of a Jocko dog?
hard crunch, stifle monster, tall, long, rangy, buckskin, black mask, one floppy ear. From my own personal experience with the Jocko dogs.
Okay.
That's why
Real
I was
rough
so
dogs.
big on
Rough
my
dogs.
buckshot and old dog dogs, because they possess those Jocko dog type traits, all the way down to the one floppy ear.
Okay. Countess said they rough dogs. Okay. Yes, he did it. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is a good build here, man. A good build. Y'all got anybody got any more questions, man? Cause I'm trying to get back to this mac and cheese shit.
Yeah, man, when you gonna send me some of that shit, man? That
Man.
motherfucking shit was the cheesiest, like cheeseburger Eddie in this bitch.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to freeze that shit and ship that shit overnight. Shit, that type
Man,
shit.
I don't give a fuck. Just put that shit overnight, nigga. I'll risk it. That shit be looking fire.
Yeah, I got
Nigga up
you.
there with all the cheese. How many cheeses is these is looking at?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, well, I'll tell you what, man. Salute to the panel. This is a quick build this week, man. We're gonna come back next. We're gonna
Look,
back on
yeah,
Sunday.
we be back Sunday at Buck
Yeah,
Crib,
yeah,
tearing that motherfucker up.
yeah. We're gonna be back on Sunday. The Bulldog Talk on Sunday, and we're on Buck Channel. So make sure y'all tune in.
We're
And
gonna bring the strippers to Buck House, so make sure your family gone, bro.
bring
yes,
the
indeed.
trolls. I got time today.
You got
Yes,
God.
I got
time.
time on Sunday. Bring the trolls out. You
yes,
know,
indeed,
let the
man.
trolls get up in it
The,
on live. You know, fuck it.
they got, that Sunday is Dick Me Special Day too.
And that's why last time I was surprised that they wasn't on sale last live stream.
Well, I got Black Friday coming up, so I had to hold off on the Dick Me sales for tomorrow.
Got the 2-for-1 dick meat sandwiches for you motherfuckers.
Hell yeah,
All
fat
right,
one.
man. All right, we finna get up out of here though, man. Hey,
All
salute to
right.
the panel. Much love to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Game Dog Talk on Thursday. We'll catch y'all on Sunday, man. We're out here.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.